In other markets, these review ecosystems have kind of been up and running
Yeah.
a bit longer. Google reviews, I think, have finally hit like a critical mass. So, Shakara was mentioning that you have to get kind of a critical mass of reviews, and that's so true. I mean, you don't have to be a stats expert to know that if there's one review or two reviews or three reviews, that it's kind of like approach with
Yeah.
caution. So some of these platforms, now that they're getting enough reviews, have kind of gained sufficient momentum. One of the things that I do as a consumer, going back to the previous question a little bit, is one of the things that I like to do is look at how brands respond to negative feedback. So recently I was researching hotels, and one of the things that I like to do is go to the 1-star review, read it, and there will be some 1-star reviews. And I think also consumers understand that too. If you look at reviews
Mhm.
and there's 100 and there are two that are 1-star reviews, like, consumers are savvy enough to be like, right, that's the tiny minority. But I
Yeah.
like to check out how brands respond. So I was looking for a hotel and I went to their 1-star review and I was like, how do they handle negative feedback? And one of the hotels that I looked at, it was appalling the way that they got so defensive. And I said, you know what? If that's their attitude about handling a customer who was unhappy, then gosh, I don't want to stay with them. What if something goes wrong? And, I ask, for assistance with it, and they, get really cranky with me. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So, consumers are engaging with reviews in kind of more sophisticated ways these days.